And people have more questions after the death of a 5-year-old Topeka girl. How the child removal process works in Kansas is where we start tonight. Good evening and thanks for joining us for 27 News at 6. I'm Mackenzie Davis.
And I'm David George. It's been a week since the tragic death of Zoey Felix. The 5-year-old was raped and murdered in Topeka last week. 27 News Capitol Bureau reporter Rebecca Chung is working to get answers on this case. She joins us live from the State House. So Rebecca, where do things stand right now?
Well, David, Mackenzie, there are many questions regarding this case. One of those is why wasn't Zoey Felix removed from her parents' custody? I reached out to DCF to get answers on how that process works. The tragic death of 5-year-old Zoey Felix is raising questions about who is to blame.
I don't understand. It's just like she was failed. Zoey was failed by the system.
The 5-year-old girl was raped and murdered last week, not far from a homeless campsite where she was living, after neighbors say she was kicked out of her house, along with her father and sister. A spokesman for the Kansas Department of Children and Families says if a child is determined to be unsafe at home, then DCF can ask the local county or district attorney to petition the court to remove the child from the home. Shawnee County's prosecutor says that never happened in the case of Zoey. Neighbors say despite countless calls to the agency, she wasn't removed.
I don't feel like the state did what they were supposed to do. I don't feel like the police department did what they were supposed to do. And I don't feel like her parents did what they should have did either.
Some are pointing fingers at DCF. There's been horrific stories of children slipping through the cracks, like 7-year-old Adrian Jones from Kansas City, whose body was fed to pigs in the livestock pen in 2015. Then in 2018, a 3-year-old boy's body was found encased in concrete in a Wichita home. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly promised an overhaul of the system when she took office. But Zoey's death is once again prompting concerns. Now, it's unclear whether abuse or neglect has been determined as a cause for Zoey's death. We did put in an open records request last Tuesday, and if this case is found to involve abuse or neglect, the agency has to turn over information within 7 days of that being determined, according to state law. For now, reporting live at the Capitol, I'm Rebecca Chung.
Okay, Rebecca, definitely 3 of those stories that you brought us were heartbreaking stories for sure. Thanks for that update.